Celebrity stars are undeniably masters at hiding their anxieties and insecurities. Layers of cosmetics disguise their dark circles and wrinkles, and a false bravado camouflages their vulnerabilities. Sure, their luxury clothes and million-dollar jewelry throw us off, but we just assume that nothing can affect them. Famous celebrities are occasionally referred to as superstars, but when it comes right down to it, they are simply ordinary people like the rest of us. They, like everyone else, are vulnerable to worries and phobias that can disrupt their everyday existence.
This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description.
Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be talking about the 10 popular actors with strange phobias. Number 10. Carmen Electra on water. While Pamela Anderson is usually the very first name that springs to mind when most think of Baywatch, Carmen Electra was right somewhere on the beach with her, appearing just as gorgeous. It appears again that Electra's phobia of water made shooting of this much-maligned film quite tough for her. She has stated that being near bodies of water, totally open water, provides her a tremendous dread, and that being near it can cause her to have a full-fledged nervous breakdown. It is also important to note that a large number of people have not yet seen any particular behind-the-scenes Baywatch stories, but it sounded like working with Carmen and her aquaphobia was a challenge. But before we proceed and reveal the remaining popular actors who have strange phobias, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, because if you don't, the phobia of these actors might occur to you. Number 9. Helen Mirren on answering the phone. Texting has become more prominent with the advancement of modern technology, as it is one of the few ways to connect with individuals who are thousands of miles away. Numerous people, though, appear to be scared of chatting on the cell phone. The renowned actress, it turns out, has had a dread of phone calls for several years and has even officially announced that she never returned calls. On top of that, Helen Mirren claims that phone conversations make her anxious and uneasy. Fortunately, she is surrounded by a staff of assistants who will take her calls. Helen Mirren's strange phobia is one that is becoming increasingly frequent at this time. Number 8. Orlando Bloom on pigs. Orlando Bloom was one of Hollywood's sexiest and biggest male actors in the early 2000s. With prominent roles in both the Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings franchises, he appeared to be capable of taking on any challenges and endeavor in life. Everything apart from pigs. Yes, Orlando Bloom, the dashing arrow-slinging, has a phobia of pigs. People are not certain in which this fear started from, because pigs are among the world's brightest and most affectionate creatures. Furthermore, Bloom hasn't provided any context or information on this phobia, and it's certainly one of the strangest things on this listing. Number 7. Scarlett Johansson on birds. She is one of Hollywood's finest gorgeous and sought-after actresses presently. Her new film roles have included anything from a heroic spy to a flirting artificial intelligence, as well as everything in between. Johansson is not only a fantastic actor, but she also exudes a wonderful sense of self-assurance in every film she performs in. However, it appears that there is one thing that can disturb that assurance: birds. That is indeed correct. If you're near Scarlett, ensure that there aren't any flying or flapping creatures in the vicinity, or she'll panic out. She also states that this phobia runs in her family, claiming that her uncle suffers from a severe phobia of birds. Number 6. Billy Bob Thornton on old furniture and bold colors. Billy Bob Thornton is appearing a little tired and battered these days, as his recent performance decisions have been less than stellar. Thornton, according to what we've gathered, can be a bit strange to work with. Billy Bob's strange anxieties, on the other hand, might be the strangest aspect of him. Believe it or not, the bad Santa guy is terrified of antique and old furniture. He states that the old furniture frightens him and that he can't even breathe in the presence of it. His companions have speculated that he may have had a terrible ordeal with antiques in the past. In addition to that, Billy Bob Thornton is terrified of bright colors. Think how he'd be on a 300-year-old brilliant red chair. Number 5. Matthew McConaughey on tunnels and revolving doors. With outstanding appearances in Dallas Buyers, Club Interstellar, and True Detective, Matthew McConaughey has converted himself from such a romantic comedy hottie to a genuinely recognized Hollywood actor in the recent few years. Although the middle-aged hottie appears to have moved past his groovy style casting, it appears that he still has some peculiar worries to overcome. McConaughey has admitted to being terrified of both tunnels and whirling doors. We're assuming this is related to claustrophobia, although we can't say for sure. The vast majority of people are aware that we are unlikely to see McConaughey riding a Lincoln through some kind of tunnel. Number 4. Uma Thurman and claustrophobia. There is really no doubt that Uma Thurman is a stunning actress who is also tough. Her legendary performance in Quentin Tarantino's classics have established her Hollywood legend. As it came out, several of her outstanding performances in Kill Bill Volume 2 was more genuine than previously assumed. Uma Thurman informed the media that her shouts in the moment in which she is buried alive has been absolutely serious, because this is one of her biggest fears as a woman with claustrophobia. In addition to this, Thurman is incredibly brave and courageous for conquering her fear in the sake of her work, and the end result is unquestionably fantastic. People only hope and wish that she could be not extremely traumatized as a result of the shooting, which was a scenario where she really battled her phobia. Number 3. Channing Tatum and porcelain dolls. If you glance at Channing Tatum, you'd believe he's a tough guy who isn't afraid of anything. He constantly appears to play a very whacked-up man, whether he's performing in Magic Mike or wrestling in Foxcatcher. Channing Tatum, like Superman, appears to have his own weakness, which is a paralyzing fear of porcelain dolls. He admits that they frighten him and that he has nightmares about them twisting their heads around. On top of this one, this dread sounds like a premise from a horror film from the early 2000s, in which people will definitely be sure Tatum would not have wanted to act in. Number 2. Johnny Depp and Daniel Radcliffe both on clowns. Johnny Depp and Daniel Radcliffe are two well-known famous celebrities and actors who have both starred in famous characters in fantasy films, most notably in Pirates of the Caribbean and Harry Potter respectively. Their common phobia of clowns is natural, despite the fact that we must acknowledge that any clowns can be disturbing in nature. Depp has stated that it is the makeup in the form of scary looks that appeals to him, which is odd, given that this is how many of his roles seem in his films, particularly Edward Scissorhands, Willy Wonka, and the Mad Hatter. Furthermore, considering how powerful Harry Potter is, people would imagine that Daniel Radcliffe wouldn't be terrified of anything after facing one of the most wicked entities ever created in the beautiful world of Harry Potter. Unfortunately, the young Brit still struggles from coulrophobia, or a fear of clowns just like Johnny Depp. Number 1. Woody Allen on everything. One of Hollywood's most prolific authors, filmmakers, and actors, and the Academy has honored him every year with nominations. Woody's private situation has always been unusual and weird, so it's only natural that he must have the most bizarre phobias we've ever seen. The brightest mice are said to be the oddest, and this appears to be the situation here. For this reason, he has acknowledged over the years that he is terrified of insects, sunlight, dogs, deer, bright colors, children, heights, small spaces, crowds, cancer, and anywhere other than Manhattan. That's a huge list of things to stay away from, which explains why Woody Allen spends so much of his time solo. At the end of the day, actors are still human. Them having phobia and fear of something just need to be considered natural, as some ordinary people also have. Who are other popular actors you know who have strange phobias? Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below.
If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.